electric greens, if that is such a thing in Japanese gardens sometimes. Look, that adds such good texture. What brand of paint do I use? I'm using this set of Japanese watercolors over here. This one, I don't really know how to explain that to you, I'm afraid. But that's what they look like. If you type Japanese watercolors in on anywhere online, I'm trying not to say that website that begins with A, because today is me telling you how much I hate different brands around the world. But if you type in Japanese watercolors online, you're going to get ones that look just like that. But they're already mixed up into the colors, so you don't really need to blend anything. Well, I mean, like, you can blend a little bit, of course. Keep blending as much as you like. You do you. Do 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 do. Okay. We got a tree up here as well. I've got to remember there's a tree up there. Now, what do you guys think? If you see an artist make a piece of art in front of you in only 4 hours, you think, oh my goodness, that's amazing. How much would you make that artist charge for the art? Would you make them charge not very much money because it only took them 4 hours? Or would you say they have such a skill that has been honed over years and years that it should get them their worth? What do you think? When this butte becomes for sale. Some poor English there. When this goes on sale. What do you think? What was down there? I don't really remember. Putting random colours in now. That's fine. We'll go with that. Dolores, I got these on Amazon. I really like them. Thank you very much, Melissa. Lovely, lovely. Hi, Jan and Julie. Nice to see you. Good night, Nancy. My cat is purring in my lap and putting me to sleep. I better head off before I fall asleep in the chair. I'll see you in other places, Kendall, and everybody else. Lovely, thank you. Charge based on your years of experience that got you to the place that could make such art in such a short amount of time, right? So many people are like, what? You made that in only 4 hours? And I'm like, yeah, I'm 33 and I've been holding a pencil since I could hold a pencil. So, yeah. Plus, I got things to do. I don't have time to just be hanging out, painting pictures for everybody. I can't do that. Oops. Okay. Okay, my gardener charges £25 per hour. No skill at all. That's a bit mean to the gardener. So 4 hours of painting is easily 100 quid. Yes, easily. Pikachu popping out over the top. I love him too, Sarah. Honestly, I've had people pay me £35 per hour to paint their house white with white emulsion inside. Like, come on. And then they tell me a piece of my art that I've made isn't worth 100 quid. And I'm like, that took me 10 hours. I don't sell myself as short as that anymore. So if you ever do want a commission from me and I give you a price and you don't like the price, let me know you don't like the price and I will give you a smaller quote based on a smaller piece of art and we can see if we can meet in the middle. Is the way I say it. Because if I don't get your money, then I get my time and all is well in the world. And both are valuable in one way or another. Look at this replacement water I made earlier. Genius. Say bye-bye. Out with the old. In with the rickshaw beams new. In with the new. Okay, let's have a look in my sketchbook while we let these things dry. 1 second. It's going to be a constant 1 second. Just going to put a little bit. I'm pretty sure that was this colour. Who knows? My art, doesn't matter. A little bit of this in between there. There's some kind of orange anyway. I'm going to need a lot of energy to get myself through my job later. Eyes on the prize being the bed. I sit at the hairdresser's for half an hour and that's 45. There you go. They've got overheads, to be fair. So do I, to be fair. Who am I kidding? Right, back to the sketchbook. This is still year 1 of the sketchbook. Welcome back, everybody. If you have not experienced the sketchbook, we are on year 1 of my life here in Japan. What's happened there? They've all been screwed together. Let me open them up. Nothing naughty in them. I don't do naughty things. Oh, someone did draw a boy's body part in the back of this book. I won't show you that though. Here we go. Now, what my drawings look like is totally dependent on how long I have got. Look, it's the art aquarium, but the one that was at Nijo Castle once upon a time. This was some lovely plants. Art aquarium. Yeah, it was so cool. In fact, you can see an art aquarium video on my YouTube. So do check that out. No, Rebecca, not a prostate. Maybe that shouldn't be making me laugh so much. But that's funny. Sarah's children are very well versed on reproductive organs and things because they live on a farm, so they know a lot about animals. So funny. It's right tickled me. Shouldn't have. Thanks, Rebecca. Are you girls happy? Are you comfortable? Rebecca and your sisters and Rachel. So Rachel, Hannah, Rebecca, Sarah, Elizabeth, everybody. Are you well? Are you happy sitting there? Are you a little bit sad for no Heygo, but going to find other ways to stay in touch, right? Love getting stamps of all kinds. Traveller's books stamps just here. A foodie, we like to be mischievous. That one is definitely for Maple Chan, isn't it? How about this one? Pervert the norm. That also made me laugh a lot. It made me laugh so much. And then I realized that it just meant be different. Not pervert the norm, but pervert the norm. It's funny how you should say it correctly. What is important in life is life. What is important in life is life and not the result of life. That's a way to say life a lot, right? There we go. Everybody of the world, welcome to Namba. Everybody of the world. Everybody in the world. Very nice. Look at this nighttime scene. We've got a little Van Gogh going on there. Oh, this is when I said goodbye to my friend Nick. Do look out for pictures of us hanging out together in the UK when I visit. This is KIX, Kansai International Airport. One of the main ports that you will be stepping into if you come around these parts. This was the best dessert of ever. It was so delicious. This moussey goodness. Love it. I specialize in making all of my friends look 10 years older. So if you're looking to see what you might look like in 10 years, hit me up. I'll do you a portrait. This is my friend Danger Princess. She does not look like this, but she will in 10 years. She's the one who sent me this massive heavy parcel of what I hope and think is Easter eggs in the background. Here's a cute little picture I did of a Starbucks. Also don't really condone Starbucks, but I believe that all companies are doing their best to be better in the future. And this is a really cute picture. I've shown the distance. I've shown sorry, my hands are really painted now. I've shown the foreground, midground, and the background in different colors. That is an easy way to add depth to your pictures. Something maybe lighter or brighter in whichever one you want to be less clear. So if you want the background to seem blurry, use the yellow in the background. If you'd like the foreground to seem blurry, get a little focus on the bit that was interesting to you, then do that darker in the background. Don't really know where I picked these up, but I think it's just sort of practice over time. These are rubbings. This is a toilet rubbing. You know I love rubbing things, and here I rubbed a toilet. In Japan, to help people who have visual impairments get around, they have lots of great things, and one of them is Braille and totally 3D toilet plans outside of many of the toilets, which is great. It tells you what's there, so there's a bit of Braille in my book, but also it is raised all of the rooms. But I love plans and sections and elevations, so that's why I rubbed it. Excuse me, miss, why did you rub that? Because I love it. Don't just rub things because you love them. This is a wonderful little altar, and in the background here is actually a view in a mirror of Lake Biwa. And Lake Biwa was so loud that day that it sounded like the sea. It was quite impressive. And down here, I didn't have time to draw the textile design that was everywhere, so I just did a little note of the textile design to remind me of what it might have been like. Did you get a genie when you rubbed the toilet? Is that where they come from? No, I didn't. Top tip, if you don't have a ruler and you really want that effect, isn't that cool, that effect, then use your travel card, use a credit card, use a loyalty card, use whatever you like. Here's the first bike I ever drew. Look at that. It was about to start a whirlwind romance with myself and bicycles. I love them very much now. This is the millennials again. I told you I love it. I love the millennials, that place. So I went back for more. Oh, what have we got stuck over here? Oh, I started to do a little picture of all my friends. These are actually from photographs, so that's why they look a little bit more consistent. Let me see. Gone, gone, gone. Not dead, just not in Japan. Gone, gone, gone. Going. Gone. Married. It's the same. Yeah, everyone's left, man. Everyone leaves me. Good thing I don't have any issues there. So it's fine. People have left me all my life, haven't they? So it's fine. Here we go. I made Rio look younger. I don't know why. I drew this through a voice call with my partner. And here was my friend's 30th birthday, but as you can see, I made him look 40. This is my friend Dan. He was a Heygo guide for a brief stint. Yeah, like I said, if you need someone to paint you in the future, draw you in the future, I'm your girl. I can paint you. Oh yeah, draw you. 10 years older. This is in a really cool cafe that had loads of video games. It's very cool. Look, it's Hero. He's come to say hello and goodbye to us. Look at that. And any concerns or thoughts about why I'm so into alpacas? Well, look at this. It's because I designed an alpaca logo in the UK and I recreated it as a kanji of my own. I don't know if that's really feasible, if you're allowed to do that, but I did it. Of course I did. Here is a daruma that I saw at Cafe Wakakusa. Oh, that wasn't Daniel's first tour, I don't think. It was a wise idea he had that wasn't so wise. But yeah, he was in hospital big time. Broken ribs for a long time. Here's Hero's wine bottle, or shochu, Japanese alcohol, being poured down the throat. That was his t-shirt. Me and Hero drank a lot, as you can tell by the condition of my drawing. I was also really drunk when I did this, so I was obviously more interested in this than I was the bar person. And also, I couldn't be bothered to finish my drawing, so I asked the master to just start filling in some bottles. This was me, and then he just chucked some more in on the outside because I could not be bothered. I think that's fine sometimes. We can't always be bothered. Look at that. Yep, that's the lesson. Don't get that drunk. Look, it's me if I was a Simpson. That's an accident. This is that Nina Simone picture you've seen of mine. So if you commission an artist to make something and they send you a sketch like this, please trust them. This became a gorgeous piece of art, but I don't have the time to be drawing you detailed versions of what you want unless you're giving me a lot of money. So please accept this as my draft. I might do some extra ideas based on Sagawa Art Museum. I did a few other ideas, so I was like, and then I came up with it. I got it. And I don't know, fancied drawing a couple pictures. This picture my friend put on Instagram, she just looked incredible, so I quickly drew her. These are some of my friends in the UK, in Portsmouth. They're artists, can you tell? I think you can tell. But I missed them, I guess. I missed them a little bit, and they had these really slick pictures on that's annoying. it said reconnecting. You know what that means? It's going to lose the rest of my file, I'm sure. I don't know why it does that. It does it at the 2-hour mark, which is really annoying. Anyway, as I was saying, I love creating in this way, with no pencils, just going straight in and drawing. And it's just really freeing, and it's satisfying if it ends up looking like the friend, because you're like, oh, didn't even put that in pencil. But the fact is, if you try too hard, it might go wrong. In fact, I think it's more likely to go wrong if you try too hard. So just close your eyes and relax, my friends. In fact, probably keep your eyes open for drawing. I mean, actually, yeah, just close your eyes. This is Doodle Club and a couple of my friends. And me at the Wave Maiden. Yeah, I love that style of drawing. It's so fun for me. It's my friend, she just got married. She just got married 2 days ago. This is me. Don't I look like Lady Gaga? A little bit. This is my little baby cousin. 1 second, I gotta check that thing I told you. There's a thing. Yeah, someone's drawn a thing here. I can't show you that. I can't even show you all these words. It's different words in America and the UK. Maths, sweater, jumper, realize, color, Z, eraser, rubber. I can't say the other ones. And I'm not showing you the thing underneath that my friend stupidly drew in my book. I don't know what all that is. Have a good day, good music, good coffee, and a good notebook. Travelersfactory.com. Are you guys still there? I think you're not there anymore. Unless you're just having a nice time. That was my year 1 sketchbook. Maybe you're just engrossed. Okay, let's have a look. Dry? Yeah, that's a version of dry. Still here, enjoying the sketchbook views. Thank you very much. I think I should probably get some water for myself in a minute. I think that'd be wise. Right, let's fill in some extra little bits in this. Hi, Carrie. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, for sure. Castle? Torrygate? Little hint of something. Some details on other things. Yeah, let's fill in some gaps, is what I used to say at Doodle Club. Got to fill in some gaps. Dry? Maybe dry? Okay, we're going to try and add a few more kind of detail-y bits. Let me see. Small pen, pencil, paintbrush. That's what I need. Are we up high enough? Are we down low enough? Are you all merrily downloading your postcards? Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Okay, I think I might have to go in with a different type of pen if I want a good outcome there. So, sorry, shifting you around there. Is everyone just recording the tour? We'll say goodbye to another Heygo tour guide. Be back after a few minutes. A lovely idea, Marianne Grace. See you soon. Hi, Carrie. Nice to see you. We've imagined this. I've imagined this in front of everybody. I didn't know what was going to come of it. I still don't really know what's going to come of it. But we're enjoying the process, I think. I personally think we're enjoying the process. I might be wrong. I'm enjoying the process. And I hope I can continue to do this kind of thing on YouTube. I guess this is just right for Twitch, to be honest. And everyone, especially Dave out there, don't stress and don't worry. I'll find my feet. I'll work out what's best for me. And that's all that's important. And I'll do something that works. And I'll look after all of my voyagers who have enjoyed my tours so far. And I'll plug myself right now. So check out linktr.ee/MissKendalJames if you want to see what else I do. I'm so tired, can you tell? Let me see. You're getting close to 11 in SF. I don't know what that is. San Francisco? But this is your grand finale, so I got to stay up. Also, don't have to wake up early tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh, Maggie, you lovely little dreamboat. That's very kind of you. DI, but not nearly as many as some. Still listening. Download. Okay, got it. Thank you very much, Sarah, for saying that. But love the bunnies, but animals. Yeah, animals. And this little guy, this dragon, tiger, lion thingy creation. Bunnies inside the ears. Gotta be pink. Maybe it was red. Doesn't really matter. Just down here, by the way, is this. This is what I'm touching whenever I put the paintbrush down a little bit. I'm touching this. Try and get excess off. I think Ginny's asleep. I think she'll wake up and drift in and out of this interesting moment. I hope I don't wake up sick from overexertion. That would suck after all I've done. Okay, we're adding in little details kind of in the foreground. And then I'm going to use a different paint to really lift things up a little bit. Lift things up, bring things forward, bring the color, make them pop. What am I saying? A bunch of words. Please accept my bunch of words. Actually, I really wanted to do some mysterious things in the picture. There's still time. Okay. That in itself was a mysterious thing to say. We'll be back later to explain that. Here we go. Okay, golden all around the outside. Of course everything's golden. Do they have a favorite thing to draw, or does it depend on the mood? My husband was helping so I could focus on the top, but he fell asleep. Husbands. Of course he'd fall asleep. They don't see the importance of your Heygo existence. They just think it was a cute little hobby. They don't understand it was your social connection, your travel diary. It was everything. We'll miss your glee. We'll miss your glee with Hikonian. Your glee. Not sure I understand that exactly. You mean just seeing Hikonian? Whenever I see Hikonian, I'm very happy. Is that what you mean? Because there'll be evidence of that going up onto YouTube at times. Don't worry. Of course. You keep having connection problems. We're good here. I'm good. Hi, Sinead. Okay. My goal right now is not get bored of my artwork. Gotta persevere. Not bored of my artwork, but I don't know, bored of doing the same thing for so long. I've not really got a very long attention span. I do, but also not really. Utterly selective. Also, I am just very, very, very tired. Okay. Over here we've got dice and things. What should I have in the very bottom corner? Maybe just brownness. Bright. I'm going to go for a bright brownness. I'm going to try and leave the areas I want to be white. I'm going to try and leave them white. That's a skill in itself, to be honest. Many people use something called masking fluid. Sorry if you thought that was cicadas coming into life. Devil bugs. That's what I'm going to call them, devil bugs. But I don't like doing that. I like just living in the moment. Masking fluid is boring. Da-da-da-da. I'm going to use the dry effect. Let the dryness of the brush do something interesting. There we go. I can pick out the other moments, other areas with some more color, with some white color of a different paint after if I really want to. I can't remember what was in this bottom area. So I think I'm going to just do abstract something down there. Sometimes just out of shot, it just needs to be abstractness. Because if you put too much detail, the whole thing just gets overridden. Rodent. What does rodent mean? Overrodden. Sorry. Words make me giggle. Oh, Graham says, how can I share your video with my granddaughter? Yes, on YouTube you can share with your granddaughter. And also, may I say, I'm honoured that you would want to show that with your granddaughter. Is your granddaughter grown up or little? Let me know. I'm curious about grandbubbies. Okay, this is going to be a rock. We're going for the Japanese garden effect down here. Got to have stones of all different varieties, and the stones can even have, yeah, you can use the edge of the brush to get some seriously cool effects. Look at that, like I planned it. Oh, thank you very much. Sharing a link to me, youtube.com/@MissKendalJames. That's who I am, as far as I know. As far as I know. Where's Dragon Fluff Heather? Is she okay? Maybe she's watching other tours because she knows I'll put this online. But I'm worried. I hope nobody's suffering Heygo depressions. We'll all be okay if we look after each other. Okay. What do I have here? I have a letter for you guys. Please read this letter. It's a letter that says where you can find me next. I'm going to do a little bit of the Hikone Castle and maybe get myself a little bit of water. So I think one should hydrate. In fact, you guys go and get yourself some water. Right, I've got to do this detail. This is tough. This was my escape from stress and to see the world. Oh, I'm so sorry, lovely. Especially to see the world. You can find a new way to de-stress, I'm sure of it. But the see the world bit was quite a sales pitch. Find me on YouTube if you like Japanese things. There's a lot of thingies on my channel. And lots of other guides are up on YouTube and other things. And they're doing their best. They don't want to lose you all. We don't want to lose you guys. Look after yourselves. Stay in contact with us. We miss you. We love you. Oh yeah, Maggie says I miss interactive chats like these. So my upcoming plan for my journaling is to actually do it on Facebook Live, Facebook chat, and then what am I trying to say? While recording it at the same time for YouTube, so that I can upload it to YouTube at the same quality and style I've been doing it before, but I can still chat to you on Facebook. But I know some of you don't use Facebook, so I don't know what to do. But you guys can use this space here to share your details, okay? This chat right now, you can use it to share your details. Is my face in the shot? I don't know. If you want to stay in touch with people and you're worried you're going to lose them. Oh, look, there's no fish on top of this castle roof. That's interesting. And a bit in here. Takes a long old time painting, doesn't it? Okay. Just my arm. Okay. 36, 24, 36. Is that your body measurements? What's that? Is that your bust, waist, and hips? It's a very impressive waistline if it is. He's very watery black to do shadow inside there. Try not to touch too many other things while it does it. Then, yeah, more watery here. Bit of water. That's going to need to do its own drying again. That's fine. These things take their time. Hi, Mariette. Hi, Wendy. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. To wait for that one to dry before I can do anything else up there. So I'm going to go inside here. Delicate game. Side of other rooftops. So some things really do just need to dry in layers. I'm going to try and be a bit more careful here. Just got to trust it to do its own process and do a little bit of drying. I'm going to let that have its time to dry. There's a time to live and there's a time to dry. Oh, thank you. Graham says, your work is beautiful. Have a wonderful life. I'm having a wonderful life. What a wonderful world. I see trees are green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Here, okay. This is a little window. Straight the window. Gotta add some more details in here after. I Oh, I think the shading there is gonna do a lot of it. Graham, somebody shared. Oh, did I just miss? Okay, Wendy says, hi Kendall, I'm just popping on to say best of luck with the future. This will be my last Heygo as I need to leave for work now. Thank you for all the experiences you've shared with us. I look forward to seeing you stream from somewhere else in the future. Yes, Wendy. Thank you very, very much. Hi, Mary Lou and Wade. Hi, Stephanie. You saw Anna Barley? No way. Did Anna Barley come back to say goodbye? That's way cool if she did. Hello again. No way. I want to see that. I should have done a tour on my tour. That's awesome. How is she? I didn't know her or anything, but she was a guide as I was starting, and she had the previous record for longest tour. She was having a whale of a time. I remember she was doing it by accident. It wasn't even planned. She's doing well. Nice. Does she have a restaurant on the go? I heard she might have a restaurant on the go. Awesome if she does. I see friends holding hands. They walk on by. A 9-hour tour. She missed the boat back. The little island. Yeah, I remember. I wasn't trying to beat her with mine, but I wanted to get you guys around the lake, and I don't drive, so it's the only way I could do it in 12 hours. Well, if I wanted to show you things, if I just wanted to take you physically around the lake, that would have been nice enough, I suppose. Nice enough. But I didn't. I wanted to go all out. You know what I need? I need an ice cream that's in the freezer. Like right now. Maybe I don't. Maybe you don't need to hear me eating snacks one more time. You might want to see the snack, though. It's a pretty good snack. Okay. What are we at? Okay, 2.5 hours. Sweet, sweet, sweet. It's going to start coming together fairly rapidly. I can do something up here. Swoop. I don't want to get too controlled with it. I want it to have some element of looseness. Oh no! Touch that. Don't touch it. Ooh, big old reach up here. Yes, I do, Wade. Wade says, do you like mochi ice cream? It's called yakimi. Huh? Yakimi daifuku. Yakimi daifuku. Yeah, yakimi daifuku, I think. Yeah, it's super yummy. I love it, love it, love it. There are lots of good ones in Japan, actually. The mochi ice cream. I think it's quite expensive wherever isn't Japan. I wonder if I'm gonna layer up on this a lot with different kinds of paint and stuff. I wonder. It's a shame it can't be done in 2 tours. I just suddenly thought it might look good with pencil on it, which is very, very me in style, to go and add different things to it. See friends holding hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. Just a little bit up here. Try and use the shape of the brush to get some of the difficult bits done. Here, point up, wee, swoop. Did you do some type of pre-drawing here? Loosely, yeah, loosely, but not too much. The Voyagers saw it happen. Just with a very light grey pencil, I mapped out a few things. But yeah, just got kind of composition on the go. Ooh. Oh, you often use a hairdryer to speed up drying. That's cool. Yeah, I might put the aircon on or something sometimes. I think we're looking good. I wonder if I'm gonna get a little bit more loose with it. Kind of change the style. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't need to be all perfection and bliss. Maybe perfection is a little bit more rough. Do you paint with digital software also? Good question. In the past, yeah, quite a lot. These days, no, not so much, but not for lack of wanting. Right. Actually, maybe I do details a little bit more rough. It's a bit more like me. And it's because I've run out of patience. But also the effect is nice. And you can convey quite a lot of detail without really doing too much. Let's see what comes. We always try to do things a little bit too perfectly. Notice how I'm getting an imperfect perfection by holding the brush towards the end. It creates a more loose effect, which is a little bit more freeing. Any idea of how long I'll be in Japan? I don't know. Depends if I have a long and happy marriage with little spritlings running around. We'll see. I can only hope. So I've got a smile in my face now. For some time. For as long as makes sense. And if that's for always, that's fine. Thanks, Sharon, following me. Jeannie, Madeline, hello. This is brown in this gap. That might have been a little bit black. I can add the detail that's a little bit more black after. For the top of that E, that is fine if it comes out brown. We don't have to worry. Okay. I'm quite excited. The next stage might be a different type of paint that will brighten things up suddenly in a different way. Let's see what happens. Get the Tory Gate in the background. See what comes of it. Find Kendall off of Heygo on linktr.ee/MissKendalJames. How long can I stay in Japan? There's a question. 1 year at a time. It didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. 1 year at a time is how long I'm allowed to stay here. And we'll see what happens. That's even if I have children here, you know. Even if. This little picture. Shirahige Shrine. I'm going to use dark. Got one piece at a time. And it didn't cost me a dime. They'll know it's me when I come through your town. Gonna ride around in style. Gonna drive everybody wild. I'm the only one there is around. Ooh. Bear with me when I get these little deets in place. Let me see. Where else would you like to live? Good question. There's quite a few places I'd love to travel to. I always wanted to go to Mexico because I think the colors and the food are just wonderful. Quite a lot of places in Europe I'd like to go. I'm hoping to go visit my friends in Vietnam, including Kiara. It'd be cool to go see Kiara. And it's very close to Japan. Got friends in Australia too, kind of close, not really actually, but really expensive, so that's a bit of a nightmare. Too much money. But Brazil is on my radar now. In Japan, there's a lot of Portuguese and Brazilian people, and so I wanted to learn Spanish. Couldn't because I've been using up a lot of time on Heygo. Definitely wasn't going to say wasting. Wanted to learn Spanish. I haven't started that yet, but will. But actually, I'm going to learn Portuguese Spanish because then I can communicate with more people here in Japan. And so maybe Brazil is on my radar now. I also had a really hot date at one point that was Brazilian and Brazilian Japanese. Got Brazilian ideas in my head. If I'm honest. That was a fun time. Those were the days. Well, thank you for the days. When I got done, the tidal wave, 50 pounds. Love it. Portuguese, yeah. I took Spanish for 4 years of high school. That's cool. So, ちょっとだけ日本語喋ります. A little bit of Japanese, yeah. Speak a bit of Japanese. I'm doing my very bestest. Looking forward to having a bit more time to do things like that. There are some things in the water here. I think I'm going to let them be almost serving suggestions, a bit like that. Let me see if I can put a kind of dark blue underneath that. This thing again just below me here. Ta-da! Is where I'm letting all the bits of colour and things go. This is our world. That has just bled red. I'm gonna let it bleed red. I quite like that, actually. And it looks like there's a reflection. That's what that was down there. Blasted. That's fine. I'm going to add reflection over the top. How do you survive in Japan without speaking Japanese? Well, I do speak enough Japanese to get by. On a scale of 1 to 10, my Japanese is at about 3.5 or so. Coming up to a steady 4. But if you come to Japan and you don't speak Japanese, if I were to assume, then you needn't worry. All you've got to do is go to bigger cities. A lot of the signs are in English, but I would recommend you get your basics down. People often say you should learn, well, thank you, of course, hello and thank you. I think there are some even more useful words than that, such as sumimasen for excuse me, sumimasen or daijoubu to show that you're okay. Nice to show people that you're safe and well, I think. Thank you very much, Cheryl. Cheryl said I do speak Japanese. I guess you've heard quite a few times on my tours me speaking Japanese, but I make many mistakes, but I'm still learning, and that's okay. We're all still learning. I'm still learning English, guys. I learn new English all the time. It's exciting. I like it. They'll know it's me when I come round your town. Let me see. Dear Kendall, I only discovered Heygo in the last few months, and you really only in the last few weeks. Still, you became part of my life, and I'm happy to have met you. We'll follow your work and look forward to learning and experiencing together with you. Heygo is a unique thing, and I hope to find something as good as Heygo. Me too. Isn't it lovely? Thank you so much for that nice message. I wish I could save all of these, but it just takes too long to go and save all of the chats. But make a little copy of that as a screenshot. It's lovely. Thank you. Yeah, it's special, isn't it? For sure. Let me. I'll miss being live defended. I've got to say, I do look after a lot of people, but I do like being looked after myself, and it's a nice feeling when people come to look after you. Like, she does speak Japanese. I'm like, oh shucks, thanks guys. We've got a little dolly in here. Gonna give her a little cutie red lips here. Can I do that? There we go, that's cute enough. 3 years ago I wrote a poem that has become my signature sign-off. Remember me a stranger who came to stay a while. Remember me a happy man with a joke, a laugh, a hug. Remember how my actions spoke of GAHD, of God and love. Remember how I soothed you through my gestures and a hug. Storm, gorgeous, love it. Oh, Sharon says, showing us the secret process of creating art. I especially love how you reveal your creative pieces. That's so kind of you to say. Thank you very, very much. Oh, Madeleine, thank you so much for leaving a tip. So it's the very, very last paycheck on Heygo. If you want to support me on Buy Me a Coffee as well, you're more than welcome to. I will gratefully receive. I am programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Just looking at these bunny rabbits. Oh, thank you. Madeleine says, just a little contribution to your lovely plans. I also have a GoFundMe, guys. You're welcome to use a GoFundMe. It's very expensive to get back to the UK, hence I've not done it. All the time people are like, when are you coming home? And I'm like, when are you going to pay for me to come home? And I'm like, here you are, help pay for me to come home. And they're like, oh, that's expensive, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it is. So when I get home, when you find me next to you, please buy me a drink, a beer or two. Cook me a meal. Take me for a long walk because I'll be eating snacks from England I haven't had. In a while I'd like to eat lots of snacks from the England streets. I take a song of any tune and make a new one in front of you. Oh, Sharon too. Just a little travel tip from me. Thanks, lovelies. You lovely sausages. Is there anything I've ever said that you'll remember? One Voyager once said, I always say, let's get stuck in. And they say, oh, I'm always saying, let's get stuck in now. They'd never heard it before me. I guess so many of my Voyagers live in America, actually. So I'd be curious to hear if there's anything I say that you guys are like, oh, I say this British thing now because this guide on Heygo. My GoFundMe is to help me get to the UK. Unfortunately, the flights cost almost £2,000, which is about $2,700, which is a lot of money. And I don't really want to talk about why it's that much, but it's to do with I can't travel with just a travel luggage, and gas prices are astonishingly high right now. I chose any location, any destination in the UK, from anywhere to anywhere, anytime, and it's just astonishingly expensive. It sucks. It sucks. Fast hug, correct, a smile. Oh, okay. A joke, a laugh, a smile. Hi, Stuart. That's all right. It is a tiring time. Right. Now, here's a little something I wanted. These guys. I liked this from the Team Labs thing we went to. Quite like the idea of that being around, but I don't know how to incorporate it yet without just chucking it on top at the end. I've never heard anyone say chuffed before. Well, that's right from my dad, that is. Chuffed. He's always chuffed when he's happy. Right from my daddy. That's definitely super British, though. Don't know if I'm going to make Storm happy over here. This is coming up. This is going to be dark. But I've changed it to blue. And I've got an idea. I'm going to do one letter at a time. Let it dry. See what happens. But I think I can add something lighter on top after. Oh, I quite like that. It's got the kitchen roll print on it. Could the British Council help fund you travel as an artist? That's fair, but it's a nightmare. You're doing all of these funding applications. It's so annoying. It's like quite soul destroying. And then you're filled with hope. So yeah, maybe they could. I've started adding you to my spelling mostly because of you, although not entirely. I love it. I've started spelling all my things American to just be understood by people. In fact, mine's just a jumble. I'm a jumble of everything now. It's a right mess. Okay, did you find your ring? No, I didn't. I've bought a really cheap ring so that my finger doesn't feel lonely. It's not lost in my house. I think it's lost in the street, and so it might be just out of luck. Fresh out of luck, and I can get myself real sad about that, or I can just try and live. So I've bought this little really cheap thingy that's going to turn my finger green shortly. I'm pretty sure of it. Focus. Yeah, me too. The original love was purposely bright, very stunning at the same time. That's true. You're right. It's overcast in my picture. So you wanted it to be bold and white. I've got a way I can do it. But it doesn't have to be just as it was to start with. We say as we say goodbye to Heygo. It doesn't have to be just as it was in the beginning. Things change. We move on. We live. There's a spider there. I'm going to see what I can do. Also, I want to add the brightness in between storms, so I'm going to try. But everything happens in layers. You have to trust the artist. You have to trust the artist. It's got to happen in layers, and I've got to build dark to light in this case. So let's see what happens. We don't really have so much time left on this, so it should come together before your very eyes. I believe. Do you believe? Hikonian is up here. I accidentally painted over him, but I can paint it back in. Don't worry. Didn't you draw it in earlier? Yep. Karen, hello. We technically have an hour. We have an hour. It says in the description 4-hour tour. I know that might stress some of you guys out, but I'm doing this on 2 hours sleep. Unhappily, but very happy to be here, but not very happy with that little amount of sleep. But I just have so much energy at night that there's just no saving me when it comes to the night time. I can't be helped. With all my friends living in America, it doesn't really help. Or so many of my friends living in America. Now, oh, that didn't go very well at all, did it? That's all right. This is the perspective is warped. 1 second, cover that over. Later, I'll add the white on the inside. That's fine. No worries. That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. Trying to teach no worries. Little detail. Exactly what watercolor paints are you using? I've shown the box 2 times. I can show it to you again, but I can't tell you the name of it unless maybe I type it in. But there's a link further up in the chat. You've just got to type in Japanese watercolors. I can show them to you in a minute. Would you still like me to do that? Show you them to you in a minute. I can also show you the cover if you want, and you can I can translate. Well, like as in I can use Google Translate on it. I can recognize the kanji, but I can't tell you what they say. Let me know which of those options you'd like, and I'll do my best to service you lovelies. I think it's really interesting with the kitchen paper on it, actually. The kitchen paper dots. I like it. Okay, now, is he going to be in there? Yeah, I'll do my best. Right, let me see. Please post a photo of the finished painting on Facebook. I have to leave. That's all right, lovely, of course. Please put finished piece on YouTube if we run out of time before you finish it. I have my heart set on finishing it now. Hi, Ashraf. Nice for coming. Sarah always has more energy at night too. Tiny bit your fault, Sarah, but it's okay. I love you. Seasons change. I will never look at cherry blossoms in the same way. Let me see. Iconium was meant to be up there, but his castle is here. Here's the whoever it was that would like the paints here. Please translate it. Suisai is Japanese for watercolor, but it's just 24 color Japanese watercolors, I'm afraid. Nothing grand as far as I know. Right, let's get some details on the bunnies. And then let's get a little bit more free with some other kind of paint or something. I've got a feeling we can do that. Right. What are we going to do with these buns? I use a dry brush. Do I have anything dry? Have H-U-I, Hui, ever worked on a film about your work? What does that mean? Please help me. Shall I do this like it's my pencil grounds? By Huey, did you mean you? Who is Huey? Oh, thank you. Thank you for showing Japan in person and in paintings and colleges. Hoi. Hoi in Vietnam. Okay. Has he ever done a documentary about my work? No. Does he do that kind of thing? I don't know him very well. Oh. What do I think about how this bunny is coming together? Not as I'd hoped. Some things just require pencil over paint, maybe. Or maybe it requires lots of little brush strokes. Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for being here. Nice to see so many of you about. We technically have an hour left. I am endeavouring to finish it within the hour. We'll see what happens. Maybe I should have been more gentle. Those are too strong too. Okay. New plan for those after. Just gonna colour them in a little bit loosely first. Gonna let them dry and I'll come back to those. I've got some gold paints. Where are the gold paints? Do you think that Japanese brand art supplies are better than brands from other countries? No. Does any of your family come to visit you in Japan? No. It costs a fortune, even for me to get home. They love me and they have an interest in me being in Japan, but they don't have an interest in Japan that is exceptional, that would warrant spending a fortune. Also, my family, we grew up with not much money at all. Well, we don't have much money in general. So we generally don't do traveling things. I travel more than any of them, but I'd usually just go to places for one or two nights. Like I'd just literally go to Rome for a night or two if I was so lucky, once in my life. I talk about honestly once in my life. Okay. And also I wouldn't even ask them to do that for a wedding. I don't want them to. It would actually make me quite annoyed and upset if they did, because it's just too grand an expense. And yeah, weddings don't have, in fact, weddings, even funerals, they don't have, that's not how I feel like I need to do something. I don't feel like I'm less connected to someone, or less or more connected to someone because I did or didn't go to their special event, which might be out of touch with how quite a lot of people feel. But that's fine. We're all different. And that's what makes the world go round. There are many ways in which you can show people you love them. It doesn't have to be with grand expense and grand gesture. And if it did have to be with grand expense and grand gesture, then I wouldn't be with my partner. And yet I love him very much. And in fact, Japanese girls don't want to be with him because he lives with his family and he doesn't have a job right now. He's looking for one, but that's not what Japanese girls are trained to look for in a partner. So sometimes great things come from not following the norm. In fact, usually great things come from not following the norm. Okay, getting some little blossoms in here. Picking things out in an interesting way. I hope you'll agree with my determination to finish this in this one sitting. Yay, interracial relationships. Oh, nice, Maggie's in one too. I think it's amazing, don't you? And I've thought about it. I'm very feminist, and I thought if we get married, do I take his name? And I thought, no, I'm not taking his name. But actually, my father's father was a very bad man. He was very abusive to my family members. I didn't know him, but I know that he made my dad's life and my auntie's lives very hellish. So I don't really feel a need to keep his name actually. And I've got two brothers anyway. But the thought of connecting two cultures by having a Japanese name as my British self actually feels like a more important call, if you ask me. That's my opinion, though. Oh, I like it. Wade says sometimes weddings that cost a fortune end the soonest. Now, I do want a wedding party. If there aren't wedding parties, I'm going to be quite bothered. You don't want to see me bothered. You're going to see me annoyed. I love a party. Okay, I'm trying to add some details without seeing if I can get a bit of movement in here without changing what we're looking at too much. And I think it's working. So look, I'm just using the brush towards the end because I do want it finished in one go, and I like to show people that you can make things with a little bit less care, a little bit less concern. And we'll see what comes out of this. I think it's going well. A little bit more details happening in the blossoms, and I can add white on top after, which I'm going to do. And around here on that love. But don't overthink it. Witnessing these different stages of creation is so helpful. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I really value you saying that. Thank you. And it intrigues me that what I'm doing intrigues you. That is interesting to me. You probably saw the stages where it wasn't working out, but I tried not to freak out. It wasn't going exactly how I wanted it. That's fine. I also didn't really know how I want it, right? I don't have an image in my head. I just don't. Some people might say, surely you do. No, I'm afraid I just don't. I guess this is like the ultimate meditation for myself. Now, actually, these bunnies have red eyes, and I'm inclined to still give them their red eyes. Oh, Melissa said, I always wanted to paint, but thought, I'm not an artist. Then during the pandemic, decided to go for it. I love it. I love it, and I'm learning so much. Thank you. And look, we've got lots of people. I guess some Brits have woken up. I also realised I haven't contacted my partner all day. He's going to be like, what is going on? Speaking of that lovely guy, I did think of him quite a few times, but I forgot to let him know that. He'll be like, Kendall, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, go on, Heygo. It's the final day. The final day, dude. I'm busy. A little bit of a dry brush at the end there. Melissa, if that's useful to you. I'm going to go in with something different after. Now, how can we make this guy look fluffy? Use the excess here. Get the fluff in. I'm actually not referring to the picture for so much of this anymore because I've got my strong beliefs. My love has got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. People just want more and more. Everyone is an artist. He probably understands. I think he does. Also, he just goes missing for who knows how long sometimes. Just loses his phone and doesn't think it matters. Alison and Agatha, hello. Nice to see you. Right, what do we have up here? I'm going to design my own fluffy up here. I want it to have big eyelashes. I know that much. I can add more with a bright yellow after in the gouache paint. I think it has. Just got blue in there. I don't know. Is that right? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, we've got dice over in the corner. I've got to get the dice in. And I've got to get the outlines of the trees in. We had trees to come in. I don't want people to think the bunnies are scary. But also some things just have red eyes, and that's okay. I'm going to show you how to make them not scary after as well. First of all, try to some of the paint out. You got to make that sound at the same time. And you can remove it like this. Let's have a look. We actually do have trees in the midground here. Oh, you find rabbits with red eyes creepy? Yeah, a lot of people would. They did on the floats, though. I'm thinking it's symbolic because it's not going to be. Also, they're white rabbits, so they're likely to have those eyes. But I'm going to make them more cute after. If you would like to pay me by PayPal, send me a private message and I'll let you know my PayPal details. But that's great for me too. Karen has been doing that and a couple of others. Right. Trying to find. Okay. Not actually looking at a picture anymore. Just trying to create the feeling of what I know is there. Sometimes what is really there doesn't really look right anyway. What we expect to be there and what is really there can often differ. And anyway, it's just a good habit to not stress too much. Enjoy making it for making its sake. And if you don't make it, that's okay. Right, this is a spider up here. We had a little spidey guy. Now I'm going to go for some much brighter paints in a second, I think. We're coming up to the point when I do that. I think I did want that to be a reflection underneath. But the page is getting filled in. So that's good. Filling a page is impressive, I think, because so many people nervously draw little things in the corner of pages. I think it's a good habit to be brave, own your space, especially if you've had people in your life telling you you can't or shouldn't or don't or won't. Own it. It's yours. Spider gave drama. Oh my goodness, the spider gave so much drama. And then I pulled that string out of its bum. It was such a weird experience. Ooh. Like, it was okay. I like the spider. It was kind of cute, but also it did have, it's his own entity. Maybe golden is meant to come in here soon. Okay. Right. I promised some brightness was going to come into it. I don't know what people are thinking. Right. Brightness will come in. Gonna let this do its little drying. If anyone's got any ideas they'd like me to think about adding, let me know. And if I think it's suitable, I will. Little blue eyelashes, for example, are totally unnecessary, but super cute. Which one gives me a higher percentage? Buy Me a Coffee is the most consistently clear. I think I get a slightly higher percentage on PayPal, but you guys have to spend more money. So I think, like, if you're in America, they only take 5% on Buy Me a Coffee, and the app or the browser is really nice to use, so I like it. I like giving money to people and groups and things that I think are doing well. So I'd vouch for maybe Buy Me a Coffee right now. If you were in the mood, if you were in a giving mood. Okay. Well, I want trees. Okay. Black. Is black too stark? Mix black and brown and something together. Darumado. I don't necessarily mean adding extra thingies, but if you're thinking that needs to be that color, you think it might be interesting if it's one color, that would be cool. But yeah, I don't want to do anything that involves more time, although I could do that in my own time, because I've got to go to work after this on no sleep, which is not cool. Sorry, just looking in the background for a little picture I wanted. I wanted to see the trees. Like, that's cool. That wouldn't take too long. That's the branches around Hikone Castle. So they could come in on it, but I don't know if that's a bit mad. Okay, right, back here we had trees. Because this is meant to be a garden. Now, some of you are probably going to think this is not a good idea, but I'm going to go with it a minute. Just trust me. People just want more. Fall in love, what they're looking for. Bring on desire. Getting a 90s beat thing happening here as well, aren't you? I guess this is a bit like my sketchbook style. What I really want to do is get a thin little pen, a thin little brush. Could also use pen. And I've got to do the brightness of the moon. It's not really the thinnest one, but it's fine. Just bear with me with this one. I'm going to do something else on top of it. I think I'm going to... So I need that to dry, and then I've got something I want to do on top of it after. I'm liking the bits that make it look a bit like a Japanese painting. Now this was all meant to be reflections down here, but I got distracted. I wasn't sure what it was to become. So imagine that as some of those. What kind of work do I do? Oh, I do many types of work. So I'm a freelance person, but my freelance day job happens at nighttime or evening time and nighttime and weekends, annoyingly. And it is teaching English at an Eikaiwa English language school. Oh, it looks like roots. As branches and trees often do. Madeline says, my son asks, how did she learn how to paint so beautifully? What about green love? All right, let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Right. I'm going to go change my water, and so I've got 40 minutes left. I want to do it in a little bit less time if I can. I'm going to change my water. Look at this. Oh my goodness. What is that? Now this I can dry out. I can even use it as something else, but I'll probably clean my table a little bit. Oh! And we need water to do a different style of paint coming up next. Hi, Janiska. Hi, Katie, Tony, Emily, Eva. Nice to see you. Just bear with me a second. Just doing a water change. I double watered and I need to water up again. Right. The details. Oh, sorry. Chucking you around. Hello, hello. Right. Let's get ourselves a little pre-shot. I think a lot of people really super wouldn't have put that tree in the middle. But I got an idea, and it was part of my idea. Yes, metallic paints, that's the thing I really needed. They must be around. Oh, there's so many things behind me. This little holdery thingy doesn't want to do holdering. Oh, maybe it's just holding the wrong part. Bear with me. Maybe up higher is better. Yeah, metallic paints I really needed. Oh, checking this horrible stack of stuff behind me. It's not how I live, it's how Heygo made me. So I'm actually looking forward to cleaning my house. Right, if anyone asks, this is your notice now. If you're going to ask me what kind of paints these are, because you're going to ask, you're going to say, wow, they're amazing. So everybody who cares, please look. Amazon photography clamp stand, Wade, is the thing that's holding my holding my gimbal into place. So these are gem colors. I'm going to do strong mix. Strong mix into the golden one, the one I use the most. I'm being a bit vigorous with my brush here. Cruelly vigorous with it. I'm going to go up here. I wanted it in the Emperor's crest, so it shines. Did you buy these too, Ginny? And Melissa, did you buy these gem colours? I love it. They will make all of the water go shiny now, so I have to go careful what water I use. Unless I just suddenly have shiny art. Not the end of the world. I don't know if you can see that, but it really will shine. And which is why we need lots in this fluffy guy, because the light will catch it really wonderfully all the way around here. The gold colour really does make a difference. We've got to wait for it to dry though. Things change quite a lot when they're dry. But yeah, it does do something really cool. Right, you've got to mix it really vigorously. Look, I'm going to press down into it. Generous amount of water. Press, 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 press. Don't be shy. Mix it so it's pasty. A little bit of red in here. Maybe in the gaps. I'm going to add a different type of paint on top after as well. Let's put it inside the eyes of the rabbits. I've got one more trick to make them not look scary. If I put it in the eyes of the rabbits, then it will shine. And the lips of her. There's a phone on the ground. You won't be done in 5 minutes, right? I have to. Song's stuck in my head and I want to listen to it now. Okay, Marianne Grace, you're good. Stuck in your head, stuck in my head. Zombie by the Cranberries. Do you mean the Zombies? Because I'll sing you a bit of the Zombies. Okay. Oh, I forgot. We've got gold flowers happening between here. Forgot. Okay. In my head, in my head, in my head, in my head. That's all right. It is a kind of Easter painting, isn't it? Someone said arigato for the Easter painting. Accidentally is a bit of an Easter painting. Now, I think I might show you 2 postcards after. This is what 3 hours work looks like. But if I spend 15 hours, if you pay me a lot of money, I'll show you what I can make for you. It's a whole different ball game, my friends. Mix this up. Pushing it. I feel a bit bad doing this to my brushes, but treat them nicely afterwards. Hi, Dave. Doom, 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 doom. Now who's got songs in their head? Karaoke was fun, guys. Even though I was changeable voice lady for sure. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Yeah, the gold works. Hi, Vera. Nice to see you. Push, push, push. I can't believe this is the last one. This is the last. Right. I've still got other things I want to do to this. I'm going to add white over this. I think I'm going to be kind of generous with the pink up on the blossoms. White is coming on top of them afterwards. And then might have to top it up with pen. Maybe not pen. I do love mixed media though. For me, it's all about mixed media. The next paint, I think, I don't really know because I don't use it all the time. But the next paint, I think, should add something to it. Now, you can see where I've put the gold because it shines everywhere. We've also got a little moon up here. What I'm going to do... Oh, is it a moon? Is it a sun? Is with the gold, but then I'm going to take some of the gold away. Too much water in the middle, and as in intentionally, and then take that away. We have a really subtle moon up there now. I think. Hello. Oh, thanks, Dan, for cheering on me. Said I'm just about to go to sleep, but wanted to cheer on Kendall, my friend Kendall, and say final goodbye. Not a final goodbye. My friend. You said friend. She said in that tour she was not classically trained in singing. It's true, I'm not. I'm not. I hate to say this, but I think your painting is far superior to your singing. No offense. None taken. I'm not trying to be good at singing. I'm not trying to be good at anything. I'm trying to exist in this lovely world. Final Heygo goodbye. Mad, isn't it? Dan, what's the deal, man? I'm not on the official guide list. I'm guessing it's because everyone thinks I've got the power to live without being on that official guide list. So I'll take that as a compliment. Right, guys, we're going to use gouache now. It's kind of a mixture of self-trained. Really, I haven't gone to university. In the UK, I went to college and I did study different kinds of art and design. But that was like printmaking, art history, spatial design, fashion, a kind of mixture of everything. A little like, what would you say, taster of everything. Right. You DM me about that. You'll say they didn't mean to, blah, 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 blah. They're really busy. I know. All right, we're going to use these. These are much, much stronger. I'm going to go careful where I'm going to put them. I want to do some dry thingies. What have we got? Less than 30 minutes left. I'm going to do something dry and pointy. Who wants dry and pointy? I'm tempted to sing a lot now just to annoy Wade. I'm kidding. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Where's the box? I need a little bit of something. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the house, come on, let's try it. I'm going to use the back of the box because I don't care. Copyright this and turn it into a postcard from Japan this year. It's copyright already because I made it. Right. Put a little bit of green. We're going to see if this is going to work, guys. We're going to see what this is going to do. I've got an idea. We're going to have to add quite a few thingies. We've got white and a couple of greens happening down below. Oh, hey Dan, kept missing your final tools, yet you were one of the guides with the fondest spots in my heart. Thanks for the times we shared. Ad-lib singing is nice. Thanks. All right. I'm trying to do this kind of dry. We're going to see what comes out of it. I want it more dry. More dry. I want it more dry than that. Be more dry. No, maybe it needs to be wet then dry. No, it needs to be a different brush. This one? Yeah, this one maybe. Stab it. Don't even think about telling me I'm ruining it. Or you liked it best before. That's not what I'm here for. I've got an idea and I'm going through with it. But it would make a nice postcard, you're right, I think so. I haven't done the thing I wanted it. Depends on the paper. But we want to get some pink. Let me see. First YouTube Live is available, so look for it. Perhaps in a future one, I'll sing while Kendall paints. Are you good at singing? Are you good at singing? Let us know. Now, what can I say? What can I do here? I want it to look like Japanese pine. And Storm wants green down in the love. So let me see if I can make that join together. Brush strokes from inside to outside so that we can get the pointy end poking outwards. That's what we want. Oh, maybe I can make it a bit more lime green. How's it looking on there? Okay, yeah, it needs to dry a little bit, but looking much better. Pardon me. Little human sound I just made. Oh no, the spider's getting covered up. Sorry, spider. Haha, just like that. Hehehe. Sorry. Tiny extra characters are going to have to be for a different day. If at all. Okay, I'm happy with it. Do I have a green one in here? Probably a little bit of green would look good. Search Heydan King. Yeah, you can put any links for him here, no problem. Yeah, my pieces are Dan, Canadian Guide. Oh, it's a question, that's why it come out blue. Yep, my pieces are on Etsy. You can buy my things on Etsy. Check them out. Etsy.com/shop/MissKendalJames. This piece. I can either put this up for auction or I can put it on my Etsy shop, but talk to me, guys, if you're interested in this. Yeah, glitter makes it all better. And then I gotta do blossoms. Thank you. So I hope you guys enjoyed looking at my sketchbook earlier. I'm sorry we only got through two and a bit. We looked at the journal too, didn't we? Right, this is going to be super good in different light. Can you see it shines better in different lights? You'd love a print of this. I'm afraid the overheads on getting a print of this are big. However, I could do you a digital download where you print it out yourself. That way I don't have to do the overheads and legwork. All I have to do is a little bit of legwork. How does that sound? Probably not so fun anymore. Yeah, it's a bit of effort for getting things printed, and a big expense for makers. People don't know. Nobody knows unless you say. In the UK, obviously, I could do it a little bit more easily, but it's a bit hard out here in Japan. I'm going to try and find a way to do it more easily, but it's still, I have to buy so many to start, right? What? The rabbit on the left and the orange, what's the orange thing under its mouth? It was actually just a bit of the background, but looks like a carrot now, doesn't it? That's fine. Right, what I need, you know what, because it's just a bit of the background, let me blend it in. That's the good thing about this gouache. It does a good blending job. Now it just looks like a bit of the proper background. What have I got? 20 minutes. Okay. We need bright yellow for the dragon thingy, lion thingy. Thanks, Lynn. A carrot or a tie. Yeah, it looked like one of those things, didn't it? Fair. One thing I want is for this to look super bright over on this side. Maybe I can mix in a little bit of and super fluffy over here. I can't believe Heygo is going to be finished before we know it. This feels so natural to me. You know, sitting here painting with you guys. You know, feels so natural. Bit of white. I'll be on YouTube and maybe Facebook and maybe Instagram.